We would now like to kick off this summit with an inaugural keynote address from Mr. Gautam Dalmia, Managing Director of Dalmia Bharat. When it comes to CSR, corporate leadership has an important part to play in setting the course for social responsibility. Today, we hear from a leader who is a testament to how leaders drive change through social responsibility. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Gautam Dalmia, Managing Director of Dalmia Bharat. Mr. Dalmia holds a BS and MS degrees in electrical engineering from Columbia University. He has more than 20 years of experience in the cement and sugar industries. He was a part of the team that led the diversification of the company into the sugar business in 1994. He was personally responsible for implementing a new strategy to turn around the business. He has led the efforts to design and implement the company's integrated sugar, ethanol, and cogeneration business. He's directly responsible for managing the business. Thank you, Mr. Dalmia, for being here today. It's a pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you, Yamini. Hello, can I start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Respected dignitaries from various arms of the government, leaders from the corporate world and NGOs, the ever dynamic team of CSR Box and NGO Box led by Bhaumik, ladies and gentlemen, I wish a very warm and happy morning to everyone here. I'm very happy that I have been invited to deliver the keynote address at the 7th India CSR Summit, which is being held virtually this year. Our group, Dalmia Bharat, has been proudly associated with this event, which is a mammoth confluence of CSR and NGO leaders for the past several years. The team at CSR Box deserves to be applauded for maintaining the scale of this summit, even during the adverse conditions amidst the pandemic. That this event is being organized virtually this year is testimony to the fact that we are going through unprecedented times. COVID-19 has affected our lives in a manner that was unthinkable a few quarters ago. Our lives have been impacted as if we were a part of an experiment set to prove Darwin's theory of adaptation. The speed with which we have adapted to our new environment amidst this pandemic would certainly have surprised Darwin. As COVID-19 broke out this year, there was great uncertainty that engulfed us initially. We were apprehensive of our businesses, our education, our markets, etc. There was a similar apprehension regarding CSR and CSR spend. Most of the forecasts have apprehended a cut in the CSR expenditure. While it will take us a while to know the reality, the fact is that businesses stood their ground when it was needed the most. There was unparalleled action by Indian industry to assist in tackling the pandemic. Be it assisting the government or engaging with the community directly, Indian industry was at its proactive best. We at Dalmia Bharat also did our bit like others. Besides contributing to the PM CARES Fund, the various Chief Ministers' relief funds, we also reached out and engaged with our communities directly. This direct action was led by our senior leadership across our manufacturing locations. This was very fulfilling. Our board has decided that all the expenses that we've incurred during this pandemic on COVID-related work will be over and above the mandated 2% CSR spend this year. This is in sync with our core values, which have driven our businesses for the last 8 decades. This will help us to continue to fulfill our mid to long-term CSR commitments. The reason I'm mentioning this is to arouse an optimism that the drop in CSR funding may not be significantly large as we were expecting. There is no reason for us to believe that there won't be a large number of our peers who are thinking alike. Having said that, like many others, I also expect some realignment in the CSR priorities per se. Post the pandemic, or even as we continue to pass through it, I can clearly see a few inevitabilities arising. To begin with, in whatever sector we work, I think the application of technology will be widespread now. Some programs, particularly the ones in the skilling and the healthcare sectors, will have to be moved to digital platform for us to sustain the momentum or to grow it further. Our sectoral priorities to skill, besides the need for reskilling and upskilling, might also need a reconsideration in view of the situation created by COVID. Building entrepreneurial skills in the farming community and skilling them to use technology will be another imperative. Farmers collectives in the form of farmer producer organizations will help the agrarian community to think and act like entrepreneurs. This will help them increase their incomes. This is particularly needed for small farmers in our country today. Creating opportunities for growth of micro enterprises, both in the farm sector and the non-farm sector, will have to be high on our agenda now. In the context of redesigning our strategies to cater to the need of the hour, I must mention a collaborative effort of some of the private sector companies and the not-for-profits in creation of the Livelihood Collective, or the ILC. ILC is envisaged to bring together the strength of various expert agencies, business groups, CSR foundations, institutions, and not-for-profits. This platform is a collaboration hub to leverage existing knowledge and experience of various organizations to ideate, design, and implement projects through geographic and theme-based collaborations. This helps all of us to learn from each other, develop and adopt the best-in-class strategies to amplify impacts while bringing down the cost of implementation of projects. CSR Box deserves our appreciation for conceiving this idea and for realizing it. Amidst the uncertainties, the NGO sector, as I understand, is very apprehensive about the possible restructuring or realignment of the CSR priorities, and rightly so. Contributing significantly to India's growth story, they also have certain commitments to keep, which are dependent on the uninterrupted CSR support. With the presence of both the corporate and the NGOs in large numbers in this summit, I am sure that we will be able to find some answers to these challenges. After all, it has been the NGO partners who have successfully assisted the government and the private sector to deliver an impactful program. Our response to the threat of COVID would not have been as robust as it was had we not had our NGOs by our side. In the private sector, it is noteworthy the way corporates have integrated CSR into their businesses. This has ensured sustainability and continuity of effort. CSR has now become an important tool of business sustainability. Businesses are more conscious of their footprints and are not limiting themselves to the boundaries of compliance to law for offsetting those. We at the Dalmia Bharat Group, while carrying forward the legacy of 80 years of our presence in business, are committed to building a future-ready enterprise and be a responsible corporate citizen. Our cement business currently is 5 times water positive. I wish to take this opportunity to appraise you all that besides water, we are also voluntarily committed to a carbon negative cement group in the next 2 decades. We already have the least carbon footprint globally in the cement sector. We have also been ranked #1 in the global cement sector by CDP on business readiness for a low carbon economy transition. We are in the process of setting up the world's largest carbon capture capacity in the cement sector. Even with regard to water, we have resolved to be 20 times water positive by 2025. Our case is just to highlight the preparedness of the Indian industry to contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals, and I think that India Inc. is doing exceedingly well on that front. Friends, before I close, I must compliment each one of you who's present here for a very significant work that you have been doing. I must also express my gratitude to CSR Box and Bhomik for giving me this opportunity to address you. I hope this virtual summit will open a Pandora of opportunities for many of us to learn, collaborate, and amplify our work. Thank you. Stay safe and Godspeed in all your ventures. Jai Hind.